Private, quiet, if it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me.
Today, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Egyptians taking on the Houston Texans.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Memphis Egyptians. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Memphis. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Watson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop Dalvin behind the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
His guys take over.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 10, 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Taken down and sacked. A loss on the play brings up 4th and goal.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. We're scoreless after 1. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Watson sacked. A loss of 2 yards.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Number 21, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Throw here. out of the gun.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
1st and 10 at their own 40.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
By Houston.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Operating from the gun, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 6 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for number 10. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
At the 17-yard line.
Watson on first down. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 5. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Knocked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And he found it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Egyptians 3.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. He stepped right up like a pro.
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Houston.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the air now with Watson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, Texans.
From the gun, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
3-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Houston.
Watson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL kickoff weekend. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They hand off to their big tight end. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
He was brought down.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Texans, first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The running back.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 9-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Kick is good. Makes the score Texans 24.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Good for 8.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Brings up third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
1-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another Memphis first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. This, in all probability, another run here on second and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
The pass.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And that will be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance. It just was unsuccessful.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.